Hey everyone. Welcome back to the channel Heartland is the Think of the Directors Guild of Canada production list as the ultimate leaked document for TV fans. While the rest of the world is waiting for a shiny Instagram post or press release, we found the heartbeat of the show hidden in the paperwork. It's officially there. Heartland Season 20 has appeared on the DGC Alberta chapter list. This isn't just a rumor or a wish on a fan forum. It's the legal footprint of a production getting ready to move. In the world of Canadian television, when a show hits the DGC list, it means directors are being hired, budgets are being finalized, and the gears of the Bartlett Fleming Ranch are starting to turn once again. This is the moment where the if becomes a when. To truly understand why the DGC listing is such a massive win, you have to look at the secret calendar that happens behind the scenes every single year. It all starts around late February. While we are all rewatching old episodes and wondering if the story is over, the producers and the lead star, Amber Marshall, are usually getting a quiet thumbs up from the CBC. At this stage, it's like a secret handshake. The network confirms they have the money and the interest to keep the story going, even if they haven't decided exactly how many episodes they want to buy. This is the period of quiet development where the writers start dreaming up new challenges for Amy and the family in the family. But because no contracts are signed by the hundreds of crew members yet, everything stays silent. As we move into March and April, the show has to stop being a secret and start being a business. This is where the unions come in. Heartland is a massive operation that employs hundreds of people in Alberta, from camera operators and hairstylists to truck drivers and set builders. These people belong to unions like IATSE and the Directors Guild of Canada. These unions need to let their members know that work is coming so they don't take other jobs. That is exactly why these production lists exist. Before a single camera rolls or a horse is saddled, the production office has to file paperwork saying, "We are filming Heartland Season 20 from this date to that date." Even though the unions have started making these lists more private lately, the DGC Alberta list is the one that often slips through the cracks, giving us that first official look at the future. It is important to remember that for a show with the incredible longevity of Heartland, these lists are as good as gold. In the early years of a TV show, a listing might be tentative, but after 2 decades, Heartland is a well-oiled machine. The show doesn't appear on these lists unless the money is in the bank and the permits are being pulled. So, while we might still be a few weeks away from an official video announcement from the cast on the ranch, the appearance of Season 20 on the DGC list is the strongest evidence we could ask for. It tells us that the new chapter isn't just a title, it's a scheduled reality. We are looking at a historic milestone for Canadian television, and the paperwork proves that the legacy is far from over. 2, the real magic happens when you realize that these production lists act like a GPS for the upcoming season. You see, the Directors Guild of Canada and the crew unions don't just post the name of the show for fun. They provide a roadmap that tells us exactly how much Heartland we're actually getting. Every season is filmed in what we call production blocks. Typically, a single block lasts about 14 to 15 days, and in that time, the crew usually manages to film 2 full episodes. By watching the start and end dates listed on these union documents, we can do a bit of fan math. If the schedule shows a filming window of about 3 or 4 months, we can be almost certain we are looking at a standard 10-episode season. This is how the insiders know the news months before the first trailer even hits YouTube. The fact that Season 20 has popped up right on schedule tells us that the producers are sticking to the plan that has worked for 2 decades. They aren't trying to reinvent the wheel. They are honoring the legacy by keeping the gears turning exactly when they should. We also have to talk about the longevity factor. In the TV industry, a show that reaches Season 20 is basically a forever show. This gives the production a unique level of stability that most other series don't have. For a newer show, being on a production list is a good sign, but things could still fall apart. For Heartland, it's an ironclad guarantee. The DGC knows that this production is the backbone of the Alberta film industry. When they put Season 20 on that list, they are telling the directors and assistant directors of Canada, "Your biggest employer is back. It creates a sense of security for the hundreds of families who work behind the scenes. While we as fans care about what happens to Amy and Lou, the union list is about the people who make the magic happen, and it confirms their livelihoods for another year. Lastly, this hidden green light allows the crew to start the physical preparation of the ranch. Once that listing is live, the location scouts are officially allowed to start visiting the private properties where the show is filmed. They can start checking if the barns need repairs after the winter or if the trails are ready for the horses. This phase is often called pre-production. It's the quiet time before the trucks arrive and the cameras start rolling. By finding season 20 on the DGC list now, we are witnessing the very first spark of life for the new season. It's like hearing the distant sound of a horse galloping toward you before you can actually see it on the horizon. The official announcement will be the visual confirmation, but the DGC list is the sound that tells us the story is definitely on its way. 4, while the industry lists give us the cold, hard facts, there is one person who holds the heart of the show in her hands, Amber Marshall, the named Amber Marshall. For many fans, a season isn't truly real until Amber posts that famous video from the back of a horse or standing in front of the iconic Heartland ranch house. There is a very specific reason for this delay between the union lists and Amber's social media update. As the face of the series, Amber's announcement is carefully timed by the CBC marketing team to create the biggest splash possible. While the DGC list is for the workers, Amber's announcement is for the family, the millions of viewers who have grown up alongside her. This usually happens in early May, creating a beautiful bridge between the technical start of the show and the emotional journey we are all about to embark on for the 20th time. This tradition of waiting for Amber has created a unique Heartland ritual. In the weeks between the production list appearing and Amber's video, the fan community goes into a frenzy of excitement and speculation. We know the show is coming because of the paperwork, but we wait for her voice to make it official. When she finally says, "We're back for season 20, it acts as a starting gun for the entire fandom. It's the moment when the insider knowledge we've been discussing merges with the public celebration. This year, that announcement will feel even more historic. Amber has spent 20 years playing Amy Fleming, and her personal confirmation is more than just a promotional tool. It's a heartfelt thank you to the fans who have kept the show alive through every twist and turn. The reason we trust Amber so much is that she is more than just an actress on the show. She lives the Heartland lifestyle in her real life. When she talks about the new season, she isn't just reading a script from a PR person. She genuinely understands the importance of the family legacy and the land. By the time she makes her announcement, she is usually already seen stretched a little longer to allow for legacy cameos, returning faces from the past who come back to honor the show's history. This is why the filming dates are so important to track. If we see the schedule extending into the late fall, it means they are likely filming something extra special. She's the final piece of the puzzle that turns a production into the show we love. It's also worth noting that these announcements often come with the first tiny glimpses of the sets being prepared. We might see a photo of the barn door opening or a shot of the rolling Alberta hills. This is the official confirmation that some fans need to feel comfortable, and we totally respect that. However, by tracking the union list first, we get to enjoy that excitement twice. We get the quiet thrill of knowing the secret early, and then we get the loud, joyful celebration when Amber finally shares the news with the world. For season 20, that double win is going to feel better than ever as we prepare to celebrate 2 decades of the Bartlett-Fleming legacy together. 5. If you want to know exactly what season 20 will look like, you have to look at the numbers hidden within the filming blocks. In the world of Canadian drama, time is literally money. Heartland usually films in what the industry calls 14 to 15 production day blocks. This is a very specific window of time where the cast and crew work tirelessly to complete 2 full episodes. By the time the show hits the DGC list, the producers have already mapped out how many of these blocks they can afford. While we are all hoping for a massive 22-episode season like the old days, the current trend for the show has been 10 episodes. This isn't a bad thing. It actually means the writers can pack more action, more emotion, and higher quality drama into every single hour without any filler moments. The new chapter subtitle for season 20 is a massive clue about the production scale. When a show reaches a milestone this big, the production lists often hint at special units or second units. This usually means they are planning bigger stunts, more beautiful drone shots of the Alberta landscape, or even filming in new locations outside the usual ranch boundaries. Because season 20 represents the legacy of the Bartlett Fleming family, the production team wants every frame to look like a movie. We can tell from the early union chatter that the level of ambition for this season is higher than it has been in years. They aren't just making another season, they are building a monument to 20 years of storytelling. Another unique thing about the season 20 schedule is how it handles the legacy characters. The filming blocks tell us who needs to be on set and for how long. While we don't see the specific names of guest stars on the DGC list, we can see the cast requirements in general terms. For a historic season like this, the production blocks are often stretched a little longer to allow for legacy cameos, returning faces from the past who come back to honor the show's history. This is why the filming dates are so important to track. If we see the schedule extending into the late fall, it means they are likely filming something extra special. Perhaps a longer finale or a celebratory episode that brings the whole community of Hudson together. Ultimately, the math of season 20 is all about balance. The producers have to balance the budget provided by the CBC with the massive expectations of a global fan base. By appearing on the production list now, it shows they have found that perfect balance. They have enough days to tell a deep, meaningful story and enough resources to keep the quality at the high standard we expect. As we wait for the exact filming dates to be made public, we can sit back and realize that the hard part is over. The plan is in place, the blocks are set, and the new chapter is officially being written into the history books of television. It's no longer a matter of if the story continues, but how spectacular that continuation is going to be. As we stand on the edge of this historic 20th season, the most unique thing to consider is what this milestone actually means for the future of the Bartlett Fleming family. Reaching season 20 isn't just about making more television. It's about a story that has spanned generations both on and off the screen. For the production crew and the cast, this isn't just another year at the office. It is a victory lap. The new chapter hinted at in the recent production buzz suggests that the show is preparing to honor its past while bravely looking toward a future we never could have imagined when Amy first walked into that barn as a teenager. By looking at the DGC Alberta list today, we aren't just seeing a schedule for a TV show. We are seeing the preservation of a Canadian cultural treasure that refuses to slow down. The community of High River, the horses that have become household names, and the actors who have grown up before our eyes are all converging for a season that will likely be the most emotional one yet. Now that we've seen the Heartland Season 20 entry on the official industry lists, the countdown has truly begun. The gears are turning. The directors are being assigned to their blocks, and the script pages are being printed. While we wait for that final joyful video from Amber Marshall to confirm what the paperwork already tells us, we can take a moment to appreciate the journey. This show has survived changing networks, evolving technology, and 2 decades of history. It is a testament to the power of family in the land. And thanks to these early production leaks, we know the best is yet to come. So as we wrap up this insider look, keep your eyes on the ranch. The filming dates are the next big secret to drop, and as soon as they do, we'll be able to confirm if our 10-episode prediction holds true. But for now, take comfort in the facts. The money is there, the union is ready, and the name Heartland Season 20 is officially written in the books. The legacy isn't just being tested, it's being expanded. Whether you've been here since the pilot or joined the family just recently, this new chapter is for all of us. The gates to the ranch are opening again, and we have the front row seat to the preparation. Get ready because the road to season 20 is officially open, and it's going to be a ride worth remembering.